One thing going on in East Contra Costa County is the debate over Marin Clean Energy, aka MCE. City of Oakley is going towards it. Other communities are going towards it, as well as the county. Kind of what's the thought process behind that, and how's that impacting you guys and the industry as a whole?
Well, I've done a little bit of research on it. We're starting to get phone calls at the office regarding it, especially with customers who have solar, because if you have solar, you're on a different program, rate-wise, and they're getting information from MCE, and they're, it's a penny a watt more if you decide to go, with them on the overage. Well, you're not going to get rich with PG&E. You're going to get 4 cents a kilowatt on anything overage. You're paying up to 40 cents. They're giving you 4 cents back. So that's why we never design a system that's too big. But the customers are saying, "Wow, is this a good thing? We're going to get another penny." Well, maybe not. With that. The thing with what I found with MCE is they're sourcing different energy sources, clean energy, somewhat like PG&E, but you have the option to purchase. There's a 3-tier program with them that you're able to get what's called their light green, their deep green, or their local. And I really don't even think the local is even being implemented right now, because I don't think they have anything local to draw from. But in the information that I found on it, for example, you have your usage is 1,450 kilowatts a month, which it's an average summer bill out here. It's about $403 with PG&E. Well, if you go with MCE light green, which according to their information is about 52% renewable content, so they're purchasing 52% to that's what you're quote unquote purchasing from them.
That's technically purchasing a tax credit.
Well, not necessarily purchasing tax credit. It's purchasing the energy from a green source, a clean source. So wind turbine, solar farm, hydroelectric, hydrothermal. So
even though that's not a local,
even though it's not local, you're buying it from that source. So for that privilege,
in the name of going green,
you're about even if you go with a light green compared to regular PG&E service. Where it kind of goes a little weird for me is if you decide to go deep green, you're literally paying for the privilege of going 100% green, and which is nothing wrong with, obviously, because I'm in the green energy business myself. But what I don't understand is why you're paying on that same $403 bill, you're paying $416 for the pleasure of going green.
And that was my problem when Oakley did that. They didn't like that I was calling them out on that $10 difference.
Right.
And they automatically enroll everybody in the community where it's their responsibility to opt out. That's not right to me.
And I tell people, do your homework on it, obviously, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you want to pay the extra $13 in this case to go a completely green, completely green way of getting your energy, that's great. I mean, I love that because, like I said, I'm in the green energy industry. But there's a lot cheaper ways of doing it. Not to segue back into solar, but let's segue back into.
But isn't solar green?
Solar is green. Let's segue back into owning your own solar, though, because you're paying anywhere from 20, or actually I have the sheet here, you're paying anywhere from like 26 to 49 cents per kilowatt. If you own it yourself, you can get it from anywhere from 15 to 20. So, they're going green. I'm not sure why the push for, more solar energy, individual solar energy is not being made.
So you're a former elected. I mean, what's kind of that thought process of a council or a county board of supervisors approving it?
You know what? Without being on their board and kind of knowing, it's kind of hard to answer that. I mean, anytime you're on a board, you're representing your constituents. You're looking for the best option for them. You're looking, in most cases, you're looking for the best option to take care. When I was on the school board, we always look for ways to, to make our dollar go a little bit farther with that. So I don't know what their thinking is. There may be, the city may get green energy credits from some source because they're using, they're utilizing more green energy. I just don't know enough about their, the relationship they have with MCE. Once again, I mean, I really encourage people to look and to see if, if you're on a PG&E E1 rate schedule, is it worth going over to the, to the green? I mean, I don't know. That's a personal.
You guys will be impacted as well, right? Out in Discovery Bay?
No, we're not out there. No, we're not on that. I wouldn't, being that I have solar myself, I wouldn't be. And one thing to let your viewers know as well, if you do have solar and you're in that area and you do decide to go with MCE, with PG&E you have a yearly true-up. With them, I believe it's a monthly true-up. So you got to be really careful with that. Make sure that you're not being true. If you are being trued up monthly, that you're paying that true-up bill at that point. Because then what they do is after, if you have any overproduction after a certain amount of time, they pay it back to you, they rebate it back to you, from the understanding that I had on it. So
what you've seen, is it better to be PG&E or MCE with this whole?
Well, right now, with not knowing the track record of MCE, I can't really speak upon them. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard any complaints yet because we're really not impacted by them yet. We will be shortly. We are getting a lot of phone calls, concerned, customers that we have right now wondering, what do we do? What should we do? Yeah. Once again, we refer them to the websites. One thing I noticed, you really want to make sure when you're looking at the information, make sure all the tariff fees and everything is included in that, because that can be a little deceptive if you're not reading it right, because you could be seeing something that says you're paying 15 cents a kilowatt, but is that including the PUC tariffs and everything that's included with that as well? So I know on the PG&E's, like some of the information that I brought here, it shows you exactly what you're paying for that, which includes everything, anywhere from 20 to 40 cents a watt on an E1 rate plan schedule. So are they doing the same thing on theirs? I'm not sure. But if you're looking at the information that I had, by the 403 with that, they're saying they're 15 cents a watt. PG&E's 20 cents a watt, but yet they're the same price. So I don't think that some of that's being included on that. So just be, just do your homework.
At the end of the month, at the end of the day, I think everyone just wants their bill to be cheaper, regardless of the option.
I think so. Well, here's the thing. Whether it's PG&E, whether it's MCE, you're going to have rate increases. That's a gimme. You had San Bruno. You've had all these incidents. Now you've had the Santa Rosa fires, the Napa fires and stuff. They have to pay for that somehow, for anything, the infrastructure repairs, anything with that, and of course the ratepayers are the ones that end up paying that. So, we've had anywhere from 6 to 8% on a yearly basis on increases. Last year we had a pretty hefty gas increase.
We had 3 of them in a row.
Right. So
bang, 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 bang.
Things to look at. I mean, if you're wanting to, like we say, cut the ties with PG&E, going solar is probably the number one thing to do. Give us a call. Call any solar company. I'm not making this as a plug for myself, but get the information on what we can do for you. True numbers. If you want to get your bill as low as possible, you can go on a longer term loan, and you can be paying half of what your PG&E bill is. And that's flat. PG&E's not going down, it's going to continue to go up. Yep. Things to look at as well is solar assisted HVAC, where you replace your HVAC system in conjunction with solar. You go with an electric heat pump system, and your electricity is being, your gas is being paid for at that point. The only thing you're paying for at that point is your hot water heater or anything that you're using in your gas, your gas appliances at that point. You're not paying that big chunk with that. So there's a lot of ways to skin a cat that you can get away a lot better than PG&E or going with the MCE route with that.
So